What's going on, Mutha Truckers? Welcome to Mutha Trucker News. Email us at muthatruckernews@gmail.com. So the stats are in for the labor statistics, and 30,000 transportation trucking jobs are lost compared to last year at this time. The thought process of that is honestly, truck drivers, owner-operators, they've been trying to make it, and they've been waiting it out, and they just can't wait any longer. Right. And so let's get into today's video. Let's read a little bit about this and give you the data on this. But the more jobs that are being lost, rates will steadily start coming back up. And it sucks to say that, but it is the truth. When there's not enough truck drivers on the road, that's definitely when demand will come back and rates will come back the same way. Another thing to look at, and people should pay attention to this, is when you see tractors and trailers, when the equipment is very cheap, then that's a great sign that we're still in a rut, because when the market is amazing and you're making big money, believe me, used trailers and trucks will not be affordable. Now, experts say that with many analysts now indicating a rate recovery may be another year away. But they've been saying it's another year away, another year away. Mutha Truckers, comment down below. What are your thoughts about this? Will you survive all of 2024? And if it does not go back 2025, will you survive that? Comment down below. Would love to hear from you guys. So let me read a little bit into this article. Truck transportation jobs fell in July for the fourth consecutive month and now are 30,000 jobs less than where they stood a year ago. Job declines in the truck transportation sector reported by the Bureau of Labor Statistics following revisions is a decline of 1,600 jobs in April, 6,800 jobs in May, and 900 jobs in June, and 2,400 jobs in July. 1,544,700 seasonal adjusted jobs. Truck transportation employment stands exactly 30,000 jobs less than they were in July of 2023. So David Spencer, VP of Market Intelligence at Arrive Logistics, said the trend of declines could mean that we are seeing carriers and drivers who had been patient throughout the duration of the ongoing down cycle throw in the towel after another lackluster peak season. So that makes a lot of sense. A lot of truck drivers are doing their best to wait this out, but it's very tough to wait out this market right now. And because of that, they are just going BK and they're jumping out of the trucking industry. Hey, Mutha Truckers. So I used to try to give some personal advice of just how I feel and what I do in my life. And I had a truck driver honestly ask about the life of an entrepreneur and what's that like going from a local 9-to-5 truck driver to an entrepreneur, owner operator. You could take this and do anything with it, but just as far as your own business, what's that like? And I'm here just to give the truth of this. I woke up early in the morning and I made a little video of this, and this is just my thought process. So, for anybody that is an entrepreneur in trucking, has their own business, tell me, can you relate in some of the things that I'm talking about? So I saw this email that says, hi, Mutha Trucker, trying to quit my 9-to-5 job and become a full-time entrepreneur. What advice would you have for me about chasing my own dreams? Thanks, Chris K. And so it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, which I've actually been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, which I went to sleep at 9, 10 o'clock at night. Today is Saturday. I thought, you know what? Why not make a video of somebody in the mindset of an entrepreneur, right? So, maybe you see some decently cool cars. I mean, mind you, this right here is a Nissan 300ZX, maybe worth about 10 grand. This Corvette may be worth now, I don't know, 30 grand on its best day, right? You see a nice house, you're thinking $1 million house. Actually, it is $1 million house, but so you're probably thinking to yourself, man, Alex is starting this video off about success, life, $1 million house, maybe some sports cars, whatever. And believe me, I'm being very intentional about showing you these things, because all this stuff is fake. It's an illusion. It's what people think that an entrepreneur is. And the 9-to-5, you're thinking to yourself, man, if I would just chase my dreams, I can have all this. And I'm telling you, for most of you watching this, being an entrepreneur is not worth it. I'm not here to make a video to talk you off the cliff and tell you not to do it. I'm here to tell you the truth about it. I was going to make a video about this while eating Denny's, but there were people in the Denny's, and the last thing I wanted to do was ruin someone else's breakfast. Right? So I just want to give you the short and simple of this. The hardest part about this is the relationships. And when I mean the relationships, it's with your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend, your husband. If you're going to be in entrepreneurship and you're going to do this 100% deep dive in, I hate to say this, but you're almost going to put them second. And it sucks, right? Because you never would think that you would put your family and friends second in your life. But it's almost like having a baby, which I don't have any kids, right? You're taking care of this thing at its infancy stage, and everything goes wrong. You don't know what you're doing. It's literally like you're a new parent, I would imagine. And so there's just so many layers to this, right? It's super lonely. It's, and I'm just being real. Now, mind you, I love every part of this. Right? I love to hunt. Every month my money goes back to zero. And it's getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. But I'm telling you, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. I would not just go and quit my job that I was doing decent at and just deep dive into what I love. My better recommendation for you is if you have something that you've been working on, if you're working on it, and it starts making you 25 to 50% of your real income that you're making from the daily, then at that point, I could say maybe dive all in. But it's very difficult. It's not easy to make it as an entrepreneur. And I've been cracking at this for a long time, and I'm still figuring this out myself. And the crazy part is, it's not really about the money, because if you want to make money, just go work a 9 to 5. I mean, you'll make more money working a 9 to 5 than you will working as your own boss with more hours, making zero. I mean, you'll be lucky. This is like, it sounds like the dumbest thing. As an entrepreneur, you could work like 100 hours a week, work the whole year, and at the end, be happy that you broke even. Right? And so I just want to be honest. It's not an easy life. Now, if you're hungry, if you have passion for something and you want to make something happen, I would say do it. I could write a book on this stuff from my experiences of just how much people just don't believe in you when you're just trying to make it. And as you gain some momentum, there's more walls of people that don't believe in you. So you got to break through more walls, and so it's just, how do you hustle without being pitchy, and how do you build relationships and not make these transactional, right? So you're just wearing so many hats. So I'm rambling a lot on this. It's early in the morning. I love this question so much that I just say, make yourself happy. And if your thought process is, you're not happy at working at 9 to 5, potentially try to find something that you enjoy doing. But being a full-fledged entrepreneur, you're sacrificing a lot. And if there's not a deeper meaning to this, it might not be worth it for you. And so for the ones that are entrepreneurs, 1,000% what I'm talking about. I hate, hopefully I didn't confuse you more, but basically, it's not easy. And if you're going to do it, then you got to deep dive all the way in. And it better be not for money, because you're going to lose a lot of friends. You're going to lose a lot of relationships. And a lot of times, you're going to put your loved ones second. And this is one thing I'm working on now that sucks, right? You're physically with your loved ones, but mentally, you're working on the business. And that sucks, right? And so I'm learning how to get better at that. I'm at a point of my entrepreneurship phase where I'm learning to not let things affect me, to be in the moment, to be with my family, and to smell the roses as well, and to build greater connections with people. And it's been helping me a lot. I mean, at the end of it all, if you got this far in the video, I'm very proud of who I am, what I've become, and I'm proud that I try my best to help people in the trucking and transportation and travel center space. And, it fulfills me. I mean, that's the big thing. It fulfills me. So find something that fulfills you. And that's all I got to say about that. But going full-time entrepreneur, a lot of sacrifice, my friend.